goes to Grandma's. Froggy woke up and bounced on his bed. Boing, boing, boing. Yippee, he sang. We're going to Grandma's. And he jumped off. Whee! And got dressed. Zip, zoop, zup, zut, 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 zat. Froggy, called his mother. What? It's time to pack for our trip, dear. I already did, he said. Then he flopped into the kitchen. Flop, 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 and ate his breakfast of cereal and flies. Munch, crunch, munch. Then off to the taxi they went. Flop, flop. First they took a plane. Zoom. Then they went by taxi again. Beep, beep. I can't wait to see Grandma cook, cried Froggy. He called her Grandma Cook because she was the best cook in the world. When they finally got to Grandma's, he cried, Grandma, Grandma, Grandma Cook! And he leapfrogged over Dad, and he leapfrogged over Mom, and he leapfrogged over Polly Wogalina, and almost knocked Grandma down. Whoa, cried Grandma Cook. You're too big to catch Muffin, but you're just the right size for a great big hug. On their first day at Grandma's, they went to the museum. Now remember, Muffin, no yelling and bouncing around, said Grandma. Look, yelled Froggy, bouncing over to a painting. It's the famous Frogalisa by Leonardo da Piggy. Froggy, called Grandma. What? Don't touch it. But he was already racing to a statue of an alligator named the Thinker. Look, yelled Froggy. And he sat with his chin on his fist. And he said, I'm thinking, I think. I think you stink, said Polly, giggling. We don't say stink, said Grandma. We say smell. P.U., said Polly, holding her nose. The next day, they went to a baseball game. Yippee, said Froggy. Yippee, cried Froggy. Just then, the batter hit a pop-up. Whack! And the ball sailed up, up, up. It's mine, cried Froggy. And he leapfrogged over Grandma, leapfrogged over the dugout. He leapfrogged over the catcher and caught it in his baseball cap. Got it, cried Froggy. Then he put his cap back on with the ball still in it. Boink! And knocked himself down. Out! Cried the ump. Oops, said Froggy. The next night, they went to the amusement park. Grandma didn't like high places, but Froggy said, "Come on, Grandma. It's as easy as falling off a log." They went on a water slide called the Logger's Revenge. But when they got to the top, Grandma threw up her hands and yelled, "Whee!" And Froggy yelled, "Yikes!" looking greener than normal. And on the day after that, Grandma took them bowling, her favorite sport. First up, Grandma bowled the ball. Strike! Next, Polly pushed the ball. It rolled slowly, and came to a stop against the front pin. Strike! Yelled Polly. Now it was Froggy's turn. Watch this! Cried Froggy, and he threw the ball with all his might. But his fingers got stuck and flew with the ball. Yikes! Thump! Oops, said Froggy. Good try, said Grandma. But the best day of all was the last day. Grandma Cook was going to cook. I want to help, said Froggy. Then Froggy stood on a chair and helped her stir the sauce. And he sang, swirly, girly, swirly, splash. Now it's time to boil the spaghetti, said Grandma. I'll open it, said Froggy. And he was so excited, he tore open the box. Rip! Spaghetti flew everywhere and rained down on Polly's head. Wah! Wailed Froggy. Oops, said Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. But soon Grandma Cook served her famous pasta froganese, otherwise known as spaghetti with fly sauce. And Froggy and Polly chewed down. Yum! Cried Froggy. You're the best Grandma ever! Slurp, slurp, slurp. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where they went on the log roller coaster. Zoom! This book is Froggy's Lemonade Stand. It was hot. Froggy woke up and looked out of the window. The sun was shining like a gold coin. Aha! He said to himself. That gives me a great idea. So he hopped out of bed and got dressed. Zip, zoop, zup, zut, 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 zat, and flopped to the kitchen for breakfast. Flop, flop, flop. Mom, he said, jumping on his chair, I'm going to have a lemonade stand and make lots and lots of money. Good idea, said his mother, but first eat your breakfast. So Froggy ate his breakfast of cereal and flies. Munch, crunch, munch, and thought about what he could buy with all the money he made. Let's see, he thought, a new hula hoop, a new pogo stick, boing, 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 a new superhero cape. Zoom! Then he said, okay, time to sell some lemonade. And he jumped up and flopped outside. Flop, flop, flop. Froggy, called his mother. What? First you have to make the lemonade, dear. Oops, cried Froggy. I know that. He picked some lemons from their lemon tree, then raced into the kitchen and started squeezing them into a pitcher, singing, Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ouch! Cried Froggy. I squirted lemon juice in my eye. When the pitcher was full, he poured in a whole box of sugar. Sloop! Then lots and lots of ice cubes. Splat, splat, splat. Then he stuck his finger in to taste it. Yum! Said Froggy. Then he flopped back outside with the lemonade. Flop, 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 and he only splashed half of it out. Froggy, called his mom. What? You forgot to make a lemonade stand. Oops, I know that. Now, with a little help from Mom and Dad, Froggy made a lemonade stand. Bang, bang, bang. Then he hammered up a sign and shouted, Free lemonade for sale, 25 cents. But Froggy, said his mom, how could it be free if it cost 25 cents? Oops, cried Froggy. Then he drew a line through the word free. Swish! Then he sat down and waited for his first customer to come. He waited and waited and waited. and it got hotter and hotter. Every time Froggy got thirsty, he drank a cup of lemonade. Glug, glug, glug. And by the time his first customer, Froggalina, came and said, "Hi, Froggy, a cup of lemonade, please." Just 2 drops dripped out of the pitcher. Splish, splish. All the lemonade was gone. "Oops," said Froggy, and he ran off and raced back with an old soccer trophy. "1 soccer trophy for sale, 25 cents. "But Froggy, what I really want is..." Just then, Max showed up and said, "Hi, Froggy, a cup of lemonade, please." Froggy ran off and rushed back with a busted saxophone. "1 saxophone for sale, 25 cents. "But Froggy, what I really want is..." Just then, Matthew showed up and said, "Hi, Froggy, a cup of lemonade, please." "Yikes," said Froggy, and he jumped up, ran off, and dashed back with a broken baseball bat. "1 baseball bat for sale, 25 cents. "But Froggy, what I really want is..." "Lemonade!" everybody shouted, even Pollywoggalina. "Oh, I give up," cried Froggy. "Follow me." And he led everybody back into the kitchen. "Oops," said Froggy. "There's no sugar left, and all the ice is melted, and all the lemons are gone." "I'll help you pick some more," said Froggalina. "And I'll get some sugar," said Max. "And I'll get some ice," said Matthew. "Good idea," said Froggy. So Max and Matthew ran off. Froggalina climbed the lemon tree and picked lemons. And when Max came back with a box of sugar, and Matthew came back with a bucket of ice, they all made lemonade together, singing, "Easy peasy lemon squeezy." Then they ran outside and had a wild lemonade party around the lemonade stand. "Froggy!" called his dad. "What? So how much money did you make?" "Oops," cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. "I didn't make 1 cent." "But we all had a great time." "Yes," cried his friends. Arf, arf. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when Froggy made lemonade with all his friends and had the lemonade party. Thank you for reading with me.